All right, hey VC, I'm Jamie. Welcome back. We're back with another video. This time it's, well, again, fairly recent finds. These are some albums I've picked up in recent months, haven't had a chance to show you yet. Gave this a spin just last night. Was thrilled to pick up The Blues Project and Projections from 1966. This was their second album, first studio album, and what an outstanding record. Man, this of course features Al Cooper, who would later, right after this, I believe, would leave the band and then go on to form Blood, Sweat, and Tears. But of course, it's got the blues rock, blues bass to it. But it's, I mean, there's essence of psychedelia, folk. It's just an outstanding album. Love, love, love this album. And this is an American press on this one. And interesting that they've got the Verve Forecast label sticker right on the front. I don't believe this is any. I don't believe it's a promo copy. There's unfortunately some tape on the bottom here, but it plays beautifully. I was really impressed with this copy. Blues Project, Projections. Really great, great album. Okay, I forgot what a good album this is. Eurythmics and the album Revenge. Side one is absolutely solid when you got Missionary Man, Thorn in My Side, When Tomorrow Comes, Miracle of Love. They were getting, it was the 80s. They were getting increasingly more pop, you could argue, with each album, but still a really solid album. And with the nice drawing here with Annie Lennox and the sort of cat eyes, if you will. But a really enjoyable album. This came out in 1986, and it was interesting. On the corner here, where they show you the different configurations, interesting album, cassette, and sort of their logo or emblem for CD. That if you look close, it kind of looks like a CD almost. Thought that was interesting. Okay, Pat Metheny, Watercolors. Wasn't sure if I was going to pick this up. A person I was with said, hey, pick it up. It's a great album. What are you waiting for? So I was like, okay. Now, Pat Metheny, I know of the artist Pat Metheny. I don't have a lot in my collection. This is quite a sublime album. It is very, it's nice morning music or late evening music. It is a very nice album. Pat Metheny from 1977, of course, on the ECM label, which is a great label. Let's see if I can show this to you. But certainly well worth picking up, Pat Metheny of Watercolors. Okay, I've had this on CD, never owned a vinyl copy until now. I do have the London show version of this, the Rocky Horror, of course, this is the movie soundtrack, the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And, we all know it and love it. Meatloaf is terrific on here. Of course, Tim Curry, Richard O'Brien. And on the customized label, Rocky Horror Picture Show. Just some fun doing the time warp in these troubled times. Okay, B.B. King, L.A. Midnight. Nice album. Some nice long jams on this one. And Taj Mahal appears on this album. Also, Joe Walsh appears on this album as well. So this was a very pleasant surprise on the ABC Dunhill Records label. And classic ABC Records label. B.B. King, L.A. Midnight. Got some rockabilly for you this time. Rockin' with Wanda. Wanda Jackson. Love Wanda Jackson. And this is a reissue. I'm not sure when this reissue came out, but Rockin' with Wanda, and this features, great rockabilly hits. Just loved her voice. I loved her kind of country rockabilly sound. It feels like there's a nice 180-gram reissue on the classic Capitol Rainbow. It's really got a nice weight to it. But yeah, I was really pleased to pick this up. I've just always been a fan of Wanda Jackson. I don't think she gets a lot of the credit that she deserves. She's the one that had the hit "Let's Have a Party" or "Party." That of course Elvis Presley would also do a version of that. But yeah, really pleased to get some Wanda Jackson on vinyl. I got some on CD, but it's the first time on vinyl. Okay, as mentioned, I've been reading the Deborah Harry autobiography and picked up some Blondie, "Eat to the Beat." Another great album. And I've got a soft spot for the song "Dreaming." I think that's just a great pop single. And this came with the nice cardboard inner sleeve. There's the band there. And on the classic chrysalis label, Blondie, Eat to the Beat, from 1979. Wrapping up the 70s on that one. Okay, another Fleetwood Mac album. This is Fleetwood Mac Penguin. And this is a Canadian press, and I've never seen it where they've listed the songs here. And this is not a sticker. This is like right on the cover. Usually it doesn't have that. But an enjoyable album overall. No big hits on this one. But it features Bob Welsh, a very underrated member and sometimes forgotten member of Fleetwood Mac. But enjoyable album overall on the classic Reprise label. Okay, we got some prints for you this time. And I was very happy to pick up a copy of Around the World in a Day. Now, there's a slight warp on this album, but it's not enough to deter its playing. It plays fine, but there is a slight warp on it. Let's see if I can show you a little bit. You may not be able to see the... But I forgot that the cover was quite unique on this. I forgot that it had this kind of like that, and then it had this kind of flap around here, so that the spine is actually here, and there's nothing written on the spine here. I forgot about this flap, and this cover is, as you probably can see, it is slightly water damaged as well. Other than that, I'd say the record plays fine, and then it opens up like this. And then I'll show you the record. There's a slight damage there. But I was able to get this fairly cheaply. And then I'll show you the record. And I forgot how much the label was pretty cool on this. So you got that. Whoops. And then that. So I don't know, yeah, you can probably see that it's a slight bit of warp, but it's just not enough to deter it from playing. So that's some good news on that. A B-52 album you don't see too often, or at least I don't come across the album Whammy, and I can't remember if this is their third or fourth album. No big hits on this one, but in keeping with the B-52 sound. And this came out in 1983. And I do have some of the other early B-52 albums, so I was pretty happy to come across this one. And a nice customized label on Warner. Oops. You can see that there. And then last but least, the band Chilliwack. I seem to be coming across Chilliwack albums recently, and this is the album Look In, Look Out. This was one of their last studio albums that pretty much just features original member Bill Henderson. He was pretty much the last man standing with the group. This features the hit Don't Stop, which was a nice pop radio hit, sounding very much like Hall & Oates kind of at this time. Not a lot of other hits. It does have some 80s sound to it. This came out 83, I think, or 84. And then pretty much after that, Bill Henderson / Chilliwack took kind of a little bit of a break, but he's kind of back at it. So still going, but Chilliwack, and it's a far cry from their original sound in the early 70s. Yeah, so Chilliwack and Look In, Look Out. And that's going to wrap it up for this one. So thanks so much for dropping by. And, of course, we'll chat again very soon. Do take care of yourself. Bye-bye.